Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. Chaos overseas. What is President Obama really thinking? That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Most of us know people who are big fans of President Obama, or at least were big fans. These days, many Obama supporters have either changed their minds or gone to ground. According to the polls, 70% of the American people believe the country's on the wrong track. And of course, the president takes much of the blame for that. Obviously, the terror threat, page one this week, with the beheading of a second American citizen by the ISIS Nazis. President Obama in Wales tonight trying to rally NATO to fight terrorism and restrain the Russian tyrant Putin. But obviously, things are pretty much out of control at this point. So the question then becomes, why has the president allowed terrorism and Putin to cause so much trouble? Why? The answer is partly speculative, but based on facts. It's clear the president is not strong in certain areas, like macroeconomics, for example. American workers still earning less money than they did before he took office. Mr. Obama has had 6 years to fix that. He has not fixed it. On foreign affairs, the president also has problems. He's basically reactive. He allows bad agents to grow in strength until critical mass is reached. To this day, the president's still not taking the fight to ISIS or to Putin. He has been restrained, to say the least. The American media, which has a lot of emotion invested in President Obama, is now largely silent in defense of him. Last night, Factor producers watched the primetime shows on CNN and MSNBC. We could not find any of the hosts making excuses for President Obama's performance, as they usually do. NBC News is one of the few to give the president some credit.
It is among the scariest threats our nation has faced since 9/11, and after the beheading of a second American now by ISIS, for all those who may be wondering if the U.S. is going to rise up, take the bait, and get into the fight to root them out, the answer today from both the president and vice president appeared to be clear and unambiguous.
Well, most Americans disagree with Mr. Williams, saying that President Obama's response to ISIS has been timid and confusing. Bernie Goldberg will take a look a bit later on. Now, Talking Points believes President Obama's main political priority is social justice. That's where his energies lie. That's what Obamacare is all about. The president engages in class warfare, but not real warfare. Secondly, he's big on climate change. He cares about that, no question. An interesting report recently says the Arctic ice cap is actually growing now. It's getting thicker. Be that as it may, global warming is an Obama priority. The other stuff seems to be an annoyance to the president, and that's why the world's in a mess. Mr. Obama even says that. The world's messy. But it's your job, Mr. President, to make it less messy and to protect American citizens. And right now, the perception is the president's not doing a very good job on the messy front. All presidents have priorities and interests and passions. The current president should expand his.